In the previous lesson, we looked at opening up individual images, like, 5 or 6 different ways we could do that. We do have options if we're going to open up multiple images, and let's start with the desktop, because we have a problem here. This image is a JPEG that opens in Preview. These will open up in Photoshop, even though one's a TIFF. That's the program that defaults to if it's a TIFF. But if I select all 3 by dragging, and you can do that on a Mac or Windows, they're not all 3 going to open up in Photoshop. One will still open up in Preview. So don't forget, if you're opening multiple images by a drag selection on your computer, right-click your mouse and go down to Open With and select Photoshop from here. And there they are. All 3 are nice and open in Adobe Photoshop. Let's go ahead and close them down. Now here's a trick you might not know about opening multiple images somewhere outside of, say, the bridge. If I come to File, Open, and there they are, there's the 3 that we've been playing around with. Most people will open one at a time because they're in the Open dialog box and they don't realize that if they hold down their Control key, that's the Apple key on a Mac, same key, different name, they can actually select non-contiguous, or they could go and select all 3. Now don't forget the difference between the Control key and the Shift key. If I start back down here and click on this one, and I have 5 or 6 that I need to open up, if I hold the Shift key down and click here, obviously it will select all 3 of them for me. But if I want to select 1 or 2 and they're not in order, non-contiguous files, I can select this one by holding the Control key down and then select any others that I want. And Photoshop will be more than glad to open them for me. Let's close them down one more time. The best way to do this, I think, in terms of just organization, is the mini bridge or the bridge. So if we go into mini bridge, the same thing. If I select an image here, I can hold down the Control key and select one over here. I think we know how to do that. Same thing in the big guy, the bridge. We could do the same thing right here. I can select this one, hold the Shift key down and select this one, and then open them up. So, not rocket science, but again, several different ways to achieve the goal of opening multiple images. Choose the one that's most efficient for you. On to the next.